Okay, so Lauren, tell us about your part of the story and what issue you're talking about.
We're talking about the issue of alcohol and drugs, and in the video, Joe's drinking in his junky old car.
Well, every day in America, 11,318 youths try alcohol for the first time.
And in 2002, 376 people died in Denton County because of substance-related deaths.
Well, like, one of the most shocking facts for me about alcohol abuse that I learned was that it's the most commonly abused drug by young people.
And it's shocking how, that's more than half of the teens. And not only that, but they only try it for, to feel better, to feel older, to fit in with a group.
I don't think it's very surprising at all that there's a high number of teens that are trying alcohol or drugs even, because I think it's normal for us at this age to want to experiment. And I don't know, I've heard it said a lot of times that if the drinking age were lowered, maybe not as many teens would drink, and I think that's true too, because I think it's kind of like psychological, like you want something that you know you can't have.
I guess it's shocking because when you are on the weekends, you go to a party or something, and you see all these people doing these things, and you just don't realize like the numbers, and you're surprised that all these people are doing this. And it's just surprising that you don't realize that you're like.
And most of that, it's always peer pressure. You know you're going to a party, but that doesn't mean I'm going to a party, so I have to drink. It is your own decision, but again, it's peer pressure. Everyone's drinking, and you try to fit in, so might as well drink. And especially your friends, when they, oh, come on, don't be like that, and just one, and it's just all about peer pressure and the people around you. So it's whoever you want to go with.
I think we give peer pressure way too much power. If you're somebody with a strong will, then you won't let anybody else convince you to do something that you know you have no business doing, or you know you don't want to do.
Basically what Katricia said, I think we use it as a scapegoat, considering the fact that we say, oh, I got peer pressured into it, and there were a bunch of people around, and I didn't want to be the outcast, or I didn't want to be the one not doing it. And it's the fact of the matter, honestly, that people just can't face up to their own mistakes and be responsible for them. So everybody else uses that excuse, so they turn around and use that as an excuse as well, because they're afraid of what will happen when they actually come out and say, yeah, it was my wrongdoing and I did it.
If you have a strong background, at home, if you've been brought up to believe that, okay, it's wrong to, break laws, it's wrong to break rules, then it'll be a lot easier. It's a lot easier for you to be able to stand alone.
Because you get a comfort zone being around the people that you're around constantly 24/7, and you get used to seeing the people do what they do, and eventually you get caught into it that when you try to leave, it's a little difficult because you've gotten so adjusted to the way that they've become, or what they do, that you become the same way, and so to leave, it's a little complicated.
What do you mean by leave?
Well, finding other people to hang out with that don't do that don't drink.
You grow up with certain people, and then when
Yeah.
they grow up, they end up doing this thing,
It's
and then
one
you
of
don't
those
want to
things
just
that
bail out on your friends.
Yeah, you
Okay.
get adjusted with these people, and you feel like, okay, well, now I've been with them for so long, what am I going to do when I'm not with them? And you kind of slowly start to drift away, but as you drift away, you realize that it's not easy to make friends over again.